Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's $64 million mansion standoff. He's in, she's out. I thought this would be kind of fun. Tensions are rising in the Benifer household. Ben Affleck is trying to put his foot down on the latest Pacific Palisades, California home he's currently in contract to buy with Jennifer Lopez. The newlyweds have already backed out on several deals, losing out nearly $4 million in escrow fees in the past year. Like, isn't that kind of crazy when you really think about it? They lost out on $4 million because they decided not to go with properties, right? $4 million, depending on where you live, for a single person or even for a family, could basically financially retire you, right? To the point where you may not even have to pay for like life insurance at that point. Like, that's a good amount of money. And they just blew it because they decided to not sign on the dotted line for a few properties. So for a Hollywood power couple, that amount might just be pocket change for them. To me, I wouldn't mind having that $4 million. So, but this time Affleck 50 is hoping to secure the $64 million property, sources close to the deal tell the Post. See, in my line of thinking, what is the purpose of like you getting the $64 million property, right? Because like to me is like, why would I want to deal with the hassle of making sure that property gets taken care of? Because it's going to cost a whole bunch to maintain it. You're going to have yard keepers basically at your house all the time. You got to have people just taking care of your home all the time. You're going to have people all at your place all the time to make sure that it just functions. So Ben is fighting for it. He really wants this house, the insider revealed, adding that the actor loves the location of the 16,000 square foot property, along with another mansion down the block. So far, the couple are still in escrow for the 8 bedroom, 14 bathroom property that has long been owned by one of the most prominent families in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, Lopez, 53, is ready to walk away for a third time. Lord. And the thing is, I mean, it looks kind of cool, like on the outside of this home and whatnot. But like, I don't know. I always find it weird when whenever I see like celebrity homes because you see the amount that they're willing to pay for a home, but then you like think to yourself, even if I had like 1% of that money, 5% of that money, like what you could do with that money, like this is like $64 million. What could you do with $64 million? Personally, I wouldn't buy a mansion with that money. Lord, so much money. And so much space too. Like, what would you even do with all this space? Oh, wait. So last month they pulled out of buying a $34.5 million home in the same affluent neighborhood. And last March, the two backed out of a $50 million Bel Air home they were in contract to purchase. It is unclear why there are continuous changes of mind, but from the looks of it, Affleck is not happy with the situation. If, however, they decide to stick with this estate in the end, they'll be getting one of the chiciest properties around. The main house holds 6 bedrooms and 10 baths and occupies 13,000 square feet. It comes with a 3,000 square foot 2 bedroom, 4 bathroom guest house. Wow. Oh, that theater looks pretty nice. Reading room. Wow. You have a room dedicated strictly to reading. One of the 6 bedrooms in the main home. Okay, that's a pretty nice view. Dressing room. Additionally, there's an 800 square foot gym for Lopez to get her sweat on. I don't know. It's just like I feel like celebrities when they get to a certain like level of wealth, like there's like a disconnection. right? Because like think about it. How could anyone with this type of money ever relate to the common person, right? When you could just drop $64 million on a property, how's it even remotely possible to relate to anyone else other than super wealthy individuals? The grounds feature a long driveway that opens to a large motor court. Outdoor amenities include a resort style pool and spa and a fire feature. Other features include a media room, an expensive game room that opens out to the backyard, two playrooms, a roomy kitchen, and a family room. Fred Bernstein with Westside Estate Agency holds the listing, and this isn't the first time the couple have shown tension in the relationship. Okay, this is just now like a weird drama, whatnot thing. Let's see. Why do they need a house this big? For her shoes or their egos? Like, to me, it's just like, I don't really understand. Like, here's the thing: it's their money, they could do whatever they want with it. But if I had $64 million that I could just drop on something, I wouldn't spend that money on a house. Like, because you're just gonna be taxed on it. You're gonna have to pay maintenance on it, like just to like keep it running, electricity, water bill, etc. Like landscaping, making sure the pool is clean, making sure the pool is actually functioning, like making sure security is good enough so people don't just break into your home. Oof. Pretty sure we all know who wears the pants in this one. Backed out 4 times, you say. Disgusting waste of money by these two wastes of space. The thing is, I think it's crazy that you would just burn $4 million like that, like they did. To me, that's crazy. Regardless of how rich you are, it's like, wow, you literally just burnt 4 million for no reason. Let's see. Let's see. I guess Ben wants a house big enough to hide from her and enough liquor cabinets to maybe wash that perpetual frown of his face. Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting that he always has a frown. Say too much money and not enough brains, losing out on 4 mil. 4 mil will buy them two nice houses, one for each of their egos. Ladder heights would be my suggestion for those folks. Like, I don't know, to me, like, even having $4 million, right, to just spend on whatever you want. Like, you could buy a really nice house for yourself. You could put money into investments, into like rental properties, and literally never worry about your living expenses ever again. Ever again. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to like come onto like a story where you see like a super wealthy celebrity who doesn't like who has like fu money but doesn't go over the top with it, like doesn't buy like a $60 million mansion or something, but like buys like a $4 million super nice house, but like has fun doing whatever else he wants to do other than just buy into just like really random super like expensive stuff, like goes on like adventures or something. When's the when's the divorce? Do they really need a home that big? No, they don't. Throwing money away like that is just wrong. What the heck? How's it not good enough? Looks like a hotel. Please pray for them. Tick, tick, tick. I guess Jenny from the block is gone. This house is bigger than the block. Man. Rich people problems. Meanwhile, back in the real world. Who cares about a bunch of rich dudes having problems buying multi-million dollar properties? It is kind of interesting, but oh well.